Okay, so section 1.1, horizontal and vertical translations. Horizontal means you're moving left or right. Okay, so it's opposite of what you might think. When you're moving, let me get my pen going. If it's a negative movement, then you're moving, so negative means you're moving to the right, and a positive movement means you're moving to the left. Okay, so in this situation, whenever you're doing horizontal translations, it's affecting your x values. Okay, so these are affecting your x values, and vertical translations, they affect your y values. And they are, if it's a positive, you move up, and if it's a negative, you move down. Okay, so looking at this equation right here, y equals x squared, that's a parabola. So if I created a table with y equals x squared, say I put 0 in for x, 0 squared is 0. If I put 1 in for my x, 1 squared is 1. And let's just say I put negative 1 in for x, negative 1 squared is 1. So your basic picture for a basic parabola, this is 0, 0, 1, and 1 is this point, and negative 1 and 1 is this point. So your picture basically looks like this. Okay, so when we start talking about vertical and horizontal translations, if we look at this equation here, we have an x squared plus 2. So if it's affecting your y, it's going to be trailing behind. If it's affecting your x, it's in the bracket with your x. So this equation, y equals x squared plus 2, this is going to be a vertical translation. And that means, since it's a plus 2, you're going to be going up 2. So positive up 2. So what that means is all your y values are going to increase by 2. So here's a y value, here's my other y value. These all get increased by 2. So if we were doing a new table, nothing happened to my x values, but to all my y values I added 2. So this now becomes 2, 3, and 3. And if I was going to graph this, 0 and 2 is right here. 1 and 3 is right here, and negative 1 and 3 is right here. So if I drew this, sorry, it's kind of in the way, but you can see that my graph moved up 2. So all of my points moved up 2. Okay, so let's just, I'm just going to add the second part to this question. I'm just going to put it right along here. So if you notice, this is our other piece of our equation. And you'll notice the transformation is inside the bracket. So when it's inside a bracket, it's a horizontal translation. And it's a negative sign. So like we said at the top, if it's negative, you're moving positive right 5. And it's going to be affecting our x values. Okay, so if our normal table, let me just erase some stuff here. If our normal table was this, again, right? That's our basic equation. Then if we're going positive to the right, and we're changing our x, that means all of our x values are going to get 5 added to them. Okay, so our new table, nothing happened to our y points this time, so we stick with the original ones, and then we add 5.
I hope everyone had a good first day of school.
So this will be 6 and 4.
I just wanted to remind you that there is a hamburger sale tomorrow at lunchtime from 11:30 till 1 o'clock. And a hamburger and a drink is $5. Thank you.
X is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 0 over. We're gonna run out of room. And our other point is 4 and 1, and our other one would be 6 and 1. Let me just move this over. So our graph would kind of look like this. Okay? So if we move on to the next example, let me just erase this here. Our next example, we have two things happening to it. We have this piece, which is inside the absolute value, which is kind of inside the bracket, and we have this piece here. So this would be a horizontal translation, and it's going to be positive 4 to the right.
Tristan Beatty, come to the
And
office, please.
this
Tristan
3
Beatty, come to the
after is a vertical translation. And we are going to be going positive 3 up. Okay, so if we remember anything about absolute value, if we had a basic absolute value graph, everything when it's inside absolute value becomes positive. So if I picked my x and y points and I picked 0 for x, the absolute value of 0 is 0. If I picked 1, the absolute value of 1 is 1. And if I put negative 1, when I put negative 1 into absolute value, I get 1, because anything in absolute value comes out as positive. Okay, so this is going to be my basic table. And since I have a horizontal translation of 4, I'm going to add 4 to all my points. And I have a vertical translation 3 up, so that's going to affect my y's. Remember, these affect my x's, these affect my y's. So I'm going to add 3 to my table. So my new table is going to be, instead of 0, it'll be 4 and 3, 5 and 4, and then 3 and 4. Okay, so if I drew what this transformation looks like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 up, 4 and 3, I put a dot, 5 and 4, I put a dot, and 3 and 4, I put a dot. Okay, so it's kind of an ugly picture, but what you can see is it moved from a regular absolute value would look directly on the x-axis. This one moved 4 over and then 3 up. Okay, and then the last part of our notes, this is the blue graph is our original, and the red one is what happened to it. So if we want to write what happened to our graph, okay, so this would be our regular equation, x squared, and we want to know what happened to it. So if I'm going from the vertex, here's the vertex here, and here's the vertex on the new graph, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down I went. So 5 down would be a vertical translation down. Okay, but we also went 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left. So 4 to the left should be a positive. So our final equation would look like x plus 4, with the squared there, minus 5. Meaning we went 4 to the left and 5 down. And this would be our equation. So you can work backwards as well.